Scamming Dairy Queen.
Yeah, we
talk about, huh?
What kind did you want? I didn't want to grab it all once.
Pall Mall Reds. Thank you. Oh, short too. All right. Yeah, I got a lot to talk about, but none of it's really that good.
Funny stories, nigga.
Yeah.
We're getting talked about when we worked at Dairy Queen food. That's how we came up. Me and this nigga, we came up from this food. He's a mathematician, but and we come up at least 2 millions a day, if not more, 2 to 5.
Scamming Dairy Queen.
Yeah, we came up hard. Food.
Yeah.
Like, this food was a genius. And then, yeah, that's how we got our first apartment, remember? That's how we got our first break, remember? That's what we did. We stacked up, we got our first break food, and then we...
Stealing. Oh, and then that scam we were running at MCI.
Oh,
we don't have enough time to tell that.
Yeah,
There's not enough time. Yeah, that's like MCI is a whole story in itself, dog. Yeah. That's a 20 minutes, half hour by itself, dog.
That's some crazy shit right there.
And we could talk all about that one because MCI is no longer a thing, dog. They already been indicted.
Done deal. Yeah. But
and we didn't burn the people. We burned MCI. So really, we just burned a bunch of criminals anyway.
We didn't. We actually burned nobody. Because we just hooked up the payphones. You know what I mean? That's what we did. For nobody got jacked. We just got paid.
Yeah.
That's all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But the only money came out of a company that's now defunct.
Right. Yeah. So like that was a perfect thing. We did that shit for like how long? Like
I don't know. That helped though.
That was the shit. No, nigga, we did it big, fool. That's some legacy story shit, how we did that shit, fool, because we made a grip of money, fool. I went to Club MCI off that shit, nigga. I was the top salesman in America, like a couple times, fool. And I had the most international sales, even though it was a scam. It was a scam, but they didn't know that.
He was selling shit to me.
Back in the day, fool, payphones. Remember payphones? You used to be able to call some of them back. Some of them would actually have the number on it, and you could literally call that shit back. Remember?
Yeah.
That's how we did it.
Yeah, you could just go to a payphone. You could give your homie the number to a payphone and be like, call me at 5:30, and you could just be at that payphone, and they could call you. And it's legal. It wasn't illegal at all. You could do that. You know what I mean? It was standard practice. It was it's kind of part of the world.
Now there's no more payphones.
Yeah,
these new cats don't know nothing about it, but I got this job selling some long distance niggas, so we got a little wild hair up our asses, and I had a pager. That's what. Then this fool would go around and page me with the number. Remember?
Yeah.
You page me with the number, and then I would set up a whole profile for it. And then I'd call it. This fool would just wait. It'd be worth waiting. This fool would find the phone and just wait for me to. If it took an hour, if it took 2 hours, you would wait there until I called, fool. And then boom, I set up because sometimes it'd take me longer because the MCI that they're understood. They watched everything too, so I had to be on it. But my supervisor was my cousin, so I had a little bit of leeway on that one. So he really never watched me too much, but when he did, I did my thing, I did my thing, but
Well, I remember the first time I got arrested. I was staying down there in Albuquerque and shit, and I was fucking up, dude. My mom was fucking smoking weed and fucking partying every night. She'd have me at the fucking bar and shit. Me and my 2 homeboys, we were robbing fucking cars, dude, like crazy. I used to feed her dog, so I knew she had fucking guns there and some fucking weed and all this shit. So I hung up the phone. I told my homeboys, I said, let's go. We rolled up in the crib, dude, and fucking, I don't know what happened, but I went in the room and right away I found the gun. And that was like power in my hand when I grabbed that motherfucker. But anyways, I was fucking young and greedy, dog. I didn't give a fuck. I wanted it all.
This is generally what happens anytime I go back to see the homies, try to get an interview or something like that. Something crazy is going on. As you can see right here, we're removing a tag. Go ahead and get rid of that. He's getting ready to go out on the town. Needs a new shirt. So the booster happened to show up while we were there. So, yeah, this is the type of shit that I deal with whenever I go back. I basically just hit record and see what happens, you know. Just I don't really know what else to do, but I hope you guys are enjoying it, and it's a wild ride every time I show up. And go sit down. There it is.
Look at that. Look at that.
Can't really do it.
Dude, can you spray it?
No.
Wow. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Let's go Colorado, baby.
Oh, baby, Colorado. That's how we do it.
Strike a pose, Jella. Strike a pose.
Radiation poisoning. I do. You don't.
Where's the radiation from?
Fucking government. Well, there was that storm the other day was the cover up. I guarantee you, dog. That's when they flooded it in. They did another run, they call it, right? Or they roll the radiation, and that's what it did. It was just so strong that it was going to be visible, so they had to cover it up with the weather.
That makes perfect sense, actually.
Come going up type shit, nigga. But we was like on a barbecue and we're drinking in the back, dude, and they rolled up on us. And they rolled up on us and I was drinking. I was of age and shit, but they're like, they ran my name, nigga. Like, this nigga's on bond. The rest is free.
Lead top shutter, born like a kite. Finale, finito. Yeah. I was missing the action like Christian too. Back letting loose like a nigga had to poot. I'm a god in Memphis, who bigger than me? Shit that they did, I did it 16. He flexing his money, we know that he broke. Digging her mouth and at least throw coke. Keep pressed by the girl that fucking the city, he tender. We call him Diddy. Chop so beaten out the weight out biggie. I'm something like pussy, this shit'll get sticky. Got me in that mode, I don't plan on glitching, I'm back. Nigga like I had an addiction, dropped him, let's go. Ooh, he couldn't take, oh no. Switches in Draco, yeah. Shooters on payroll, nigga don't want no smoke, they Snoop Dogg. We'll show up at your door like a U-Haul. Little nigga, big pistol, stand tall. Quit to pop a nigga head like an Adderall. Shaking the spot like an ass or something. Little bruh sped, he crabbed for nothing. Walk out the house with a mask and gun. Better hold your breath like an asthma pump. Move like the Pope. 100 some shots in the ghost. Better think twice on the pros. No regular Glocks. Know that it came with a box. We stepping like shoes and socks. One of the realest, how can you not mention? We slid out the Civic, now Rolls Royce whipping. Sucking and gripping, double jerking, twisting. She killing my kids like abortion clinic. Takes her from who? He lying, man. Nigga don't feel like dying, man. Cook 'em like grease in a frying pan. We done killed more niggas than the clan, man. KKK got K's on K's. Wanna fuck Kim K and make Kanye watch. Hey, baby, in the club with a Drake 10 5 Glock going down like it's jaw. 100 shots in the whip, it was shot a Glock. He can run from a nigga, but not from the Glock. Don't ask me if it's one up top. That like ask it Floyd Mayweather, do he box walk that?
Woo! What up, my friends? How you guys doing? It's been a while since I seen you. And I missed you guys. Wait, we got that. This looks unprofessional. What is this? Someone's getting fired. This is crazy. I kind of like it like that with a little bit of light right there at the top. Bam, just a little bit. And it's like, well, in a perfect world, right, I'd be able to change those with a little dial, right? I should be able to change the color of them. That'd be dope, right? If I got pissed right now and I could be like, nah, fuck that, homie. And then I go turn them to red and then they look all red. Like I'm in hell or something like that. That'd be dope. Is anybody out there? Can anybody hear me? I turned the mute off. How's everybody doing? Sorry, I got some shit in my teeth. Get the weed. Get the weed out. I'm just chilling, my friends. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing well. I just bought a bunch of liquor. I don't know about you guys. Footsky, you in there? I just bought a bunch of liquor, my homie. Hold on. Hold on. I pulled up to the projects real quick, and they had to bam. They hit me with that one, and then they hit me with this one. They said bam. I don't even know what this one is. Reserve, homie. Crown Royal Reserve. And then the Apple, the old school shit. I got all these for half price, all 3 of them. I was cruising through the Columbine projects, going to see the homie Ruby Red. He said, "Hey, fool, I got this stuff." I said, "I like half price stuff. I'll take it." But I don't even drink, so they're just gonna go up on the wall. But that's all right. Where's my headphones? Let me get this joint cracking on. Anybody want to come up? Come up, man. If anybody wants to chill, come chill, my homies. Please keep me company. I know it's been like a week. I've been bullshitting. Probably even 10 days since I've been live. I've been bullshitting. It's my fault. I understand if nobody wants to talk to me. I ignored you guys too. But I promise I changed my ways and I apologize. Bam. Nah, but okay, so what's the deal with the border, man? This isn't an accident anymore. I heard Fetty talking about it earlier, and this isn't an accident anymore. This isn't, and I'm not talking about, how would I put this? I know a whole bunch of people that are illegal, and I've known a bunch of people who came across the border illegally. And I'm not gonna lie to you, if I was in Mexico and I didn't have a lot of money, I'd probably come too, if I had a chance. You know what I mean? I'd fuck this place. I ain't never been much for caring about laws anyway. So now I'm gonna be mad at these fools. I commit crimes, right? Whenever I was an asshole, I would commit crimes just because I was greedy, right? I would commit crimes for whatever reason. These people are committing a crime, but they're committing it to try to have a better life, right? And I could make that argument about me. Oh, I was stealing fucking liquor or whatever, you know what I mean? To feed my kids, whatever. No, I was doing it. I wasn't doing it to survive. I was doing it because I was being an asshole and being greedy, and I wanted something that I couldn't afford, right? What are you talking about, Bigfootski? I remember I used to tie a Crown Royal bag to my nuts filled with dope back in the day. Hey, dog, the very first Whizzinator I ever created, I created a Whizzinator whenever I was a kid. Before the Whizzinator was ever a thing, I created a Whizzinator out of a Crown Royal bag. Hold on, I don't want to spill my drink. I'm trying to get... Dude, my wireless keyboard took a shit, and so now I'm on the wired one, and so if I move it now, it just it takes everything with it. So, hold on. Jesus. How did I do that? Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. So, anyway, it's like they're doing it on purpose. But Biden can't be this asleep. You can't go to sleep for like 4 years. You can't just go to sleep for 4 years and completely ignore the border and then just say that's like not a thing. There clearly nobody with any common sense in their head could ever agree that this isn't a plan, right? Biden is playing out a plan right in front of us to saturate this country with illegal immigrants. I don't know why. I'm not claiming that I know why. I know people have. Hold on, let's roll up on this green apple. That's what we're going to do. That's a good one. What are we rolling today? Mellow mints. Mellow mints. I'll do that. It's nice. It's nice and funky. Irony, what up? What up? I see you, my homie. Bigfootski, dirt. Self-care is everything, my homie. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for tapping in. My day oneers. I got a couple day oneers in here. That's all to fuck with me anymore. Right? Motherfuckers who really care. That's all right, though. That's how I like it. Try the special edition crack it. My homie, I don't like alcohol. I never have. I am ready for this 49er game, homie. These fools ain't ready. These fools ain't ready at all. I don't like alcohol. So for me, alcohol doesn't taste good. It doesn't really matter what it is. Been a day zero. You know what I mean? You have, homie. It's there's been a couple people been around for a while. Bigfoot been around for a while, you know. There was a dude that I used to mess with and nobody really sees him anymore. It's called the Coach Prunny Podcast. And he's one of those men's rights dudes. You know what I mean? The MGTOW dudes.
And oh, go Ravens! Here we go. We got Ray Rice in the comments. But he's he was like one of the men's rights dudes, men rights activists, and he's actually the first dude that he let me up on his panel, and like I used to mess with that dude and do lots of interviews with him. He was the first dude I ever collaborated with, but he started a master's program in business, I think, in business administration, and he just never got back to his channel, so the homie had to move on with his life, and I get it, you know what I mean? But you could actually find some old interviews of me before I was even Gangish. I don't even think I had the channel. The name was that back then. It was still Oyster Sauce or something like that. And you could find interviews with me. It was but then after that I found Rick. That's what it was. I found Rick, and Rick was like, "This dude, I think this dude's cool. I think this dude's funny." He was like, "Bring him up." And we started chopping it up. Cheryl could be Ravens versus 49ers, but I'm sure the Wefs will find a reason. Yeah, for the chefs, you know what I mean? They love it, homie. They love putting that white girl all over TV as she's screaming and bouncing up and down. Miss Mahomes, you know what I mean? Gambling is legal, all sports. You might be right, you know. And they were all mad about it for all them years, right? Because the mob would make all this money off the illegal gambling, and now it's just like, I don't know. It almost seems like it's a soap opera, right? Doesn't it? Or what do you think? Because I hear a lot of people saying that they're rigged. Lots of people say that now. That's generally like, I don't know. I'd say about 50% of the people you talk to are like, oh, yeah, this shit's rigged. What do you guys think? Hold on, let me grab these scissors. Where the hell are my scissors? Y'all tripping. Ah! Pulled that joint out. Hold on. Get my scissors. There's my lighter. That's a good start. Hold on. Scissors right here. Bam. There they are. G Dirt. You gotta rep the West Coast, baby. Always. But no, I don't play that, homie, because the Raiders are on the West Coast. The Raiders suck, homie. It doesn't matter what happens throughout time. The Raiders are just horrible. Like, the only time the Raiders aren't horrible is whenever they're playing like the Broncos for some reason. But it's like, the Niners are just a powerhouse. Just saying. I already might have been a West Coast thing. Oh, Wanda, I see you. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, everyone's having a good night. I am having a good night, Wanda. I am having a good night. I'm feeling good tonight. I was at work and I was chilling and I got my work done. And then, oh, man, I forgot. Dude, I bought a dope-ass tennis bracelet today. I've been talking to this dude for like a week and a half, trying to talk him out of his damn. My friend found a tennis bracelet. Hold on, I'm going to get it in a second. My friend found a tennis bracelet. He found a tennis bracelet, and he's been like convinced that this thing is going to be worth like 10 grand or something like that. It is not worth that. It's a fat-ass tennis bracelet. It's got like, I'll pull it up in a minute. It's got 13 quarter-carat diamonds in it, and it's got 20 grams of 14-karat gold. Now, it is too small for me to actually wear, and I wouldn't anyway, because I tend to like jerk around, and I'm kind of a spaz, so I tend to break stuff like that. Like if my watch is like got like the rubber band, so if it gets caught on anything, it doesn't break, it just stretches. I tend to move around kind of fast. So if I put like a bracelet on, gold bracelet, I'll rip that bitch right off. I'll go like this or something like that and catch it on something and rip that bitch in half. So I don't even do it. But I'm going to sell that bitch and make some money. I have a feeling. Let's see. I remember tripping out watching you on Rick's Live the first time. Yeah, watching you looking at the computer screen like a mad scientist. I didn't know what to look at. It was weird back then. I still have trouble with that sometimes. I don't always look. I should be looking right here. You know what I mean? Because that's how it is whenever you talk to people, right? But I don't always. I just had the lighter. Here we go. Wanda, you not feeling good? I'm sorry, my friend. Sorry to hear that. I was feeling rough for a couple days too. Look how the Cowboys game went against the Lions. The refs had, yeah, the refs won, and I believe that too. I believe that everybody wants the Lions to win already, homie. Like, damn. And everybody hates the Cowboys. Oh, yeah, this shit is fire. This is the first joint I smoked of this. This is fire. Had a hand in that one. It seems like, I don't know, or is this just something that we look for every time now? You know what I mean? Are we just waiting for the questionable call and then be like, oh, it was all a fucking scam or something? I don't know. But the ones that they be calling, man, they call some shit sometimes like, come on, man. Hey, it really was. I'll tell you what, like even out here in Denver, there was a big Italian presence, like in the 30s, 40s, 50s, all the way up, right? And it's funny. Okay, so the mob out here, I mean the mob now, the people that I'm talking about now are old people, right? They're called the Smaldones, and they're the local Colorado mafia family, whatever. Well, the woman is the wife is a kleptomaniac, and she can't stop herself. So every couple years, like a good kleptomaniac, she gets caught shoplifting. And these people are millionaires. She's married to a dude who's a made guy, right? Who they would call a made guy, what HBO or whoever you want to call would call a made guy, and she cannot stop herself from, slipping some shit in her pocket every once in a while. Yeah. Yeah, no, I ain't mad at you. I've like I said, I got to get back on these lives. I barely started getting some time again, dude. Lions going all the way, he says. Lions all the way. What about the Niners, baby? He can't fuck with Christian. Homie, they're going to cut Christian McCaffrey loose, and they're going to say, go get him, homie. And this fool's going to bash the Lions out, dog. I'm sorry, Bigfoot. Yeah, Bigfoot. Want to put your money where your fat mouth is? Old Bigfoot. I want to go see Conrad. I'm gonna go do a live from Conrad's, I think, tomorrow, or try to do a dual one. He's having trouble with his shit though. What's this? I'm going live the 30th for a few. You're going live? I'll be there. Wave me down. Tag me. Make sure you tag me, Wanda. Let me know. Remind me. I'll 100% be there to support you, Wanda. You've always been there for me. 100% I'll be there. I'll share that bitch too. You let me know. Yeah. Bigfoot knows what time it is. He don't want that smoke. You can just send the $20 now, Bigfoot. Just send it, homie. You don't want that smoke. Yeah. Yeah. Bigfoot does want to loan you $20. That's what he said. He would like to. You had pneumonia? Goddamn. That shit could kill you. Pneumonia sucks, dude. I had it I haven't had it since I was a kid. This weed is like breaking apart. I guess it's my joint. I'm the one who rolled it, but it's just like falling apart. It tastes bomb though. I'm having a good time with it, but yeah, it's falling apart in my mouth pretty much. I don't care how to tag anybody. Oh no. You just put the @ symbol. You do the @ symbol and then just start typing their name and it'll come up. Gangish. Yeah. Boom. $20, bro. Yeah, I'm the witness that Bigfoot owes you $20. Lock it in. That's the emoji right there, Bigfoot. Bam. Remember that. Lock that in. Boom. Bigfoot. Anybody want to come up? Come up. Weavis, you out there, Weavis? Jack, where you at? What's up, boys? Good. Yeah, I got you. Rick is my roommate. Well, okay, so Rick right now is on the couch because my roommate's still here. But my roommate will be moving out March 1st. March 1st, me and Rick should be signing, as long as the landlord goes for it. The landlord's already sent us the new lease. The rent is going up $50 a month, which is doable, 100% doable. Our rent will be 1900. And then that's just for me and him to split. And I mean, it's doable. We could do that. You know. Then Ricky Bobby will have his own room downstairs, my old room. He's cool. He's having a good time here. He's out with some chick right now, I think, or he's doing something. They had something going on. I don't know. Hey, Rick ain't got no problem making friends. I'll tell you what, the women love it. Yeah, he should be back around. He hold on. Yeah, no, he should be back around before too long. The homie's his sickness is getting him though, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. That fucking I'm not gonna get into his shit too much, but his medical shit. But I hope the homie fucking I hope it works out. That's all I'm gonna say. We're at MC 1%er house now. Hey, I'll tell you like this. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I will tell you this. One of the homies from my hood decided it was a good idea to get a big old fucking diamond tattooed on his neck that said 1%er in the middle of it. I swear to God. For my hood, he had done way too much drugs, is what it was, and had watched some documentaries about bikers and thought that he understood what that meant. And he thought it meant like we're the ones who don't obey the law. We're the 1%. I mean, and it does to an extent, but bikers, dude. But it means bikers. I mean, he missed that part. I swear to God, one of the fools from my hood, from Los Locos 13, did not understand. And I tried to tell him. I stopped by whenever they were doing it. I was like, homie, you shouldn't do that, dog. And he's like, what? Nah. And I was like, homie, nah, you're not. He's like, I don't give a fuck about it. Well, I forget what he said, a Mongol or whatever. These fools are sons of silence or whatever it was. I forget. He said one of them. You know what I mean? He was disrespectful about it. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, homie, you don't understand. He's like, I do understand. He had watched some shit on YouTube or something like that. I'm like, homie, this is a bad idea, dog. So a couple years later, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what happened. He told me what happened though, and it was weird because you know how they actually sent somebody at him. This is crazy too. You would think right away they would just bash him, right? That the bikers would find out and just bash him, and they didn't. I should have him tell this story. I should have the homie tell this story. I'm gonna tell it. The Gaylords, the Gaylords MC. I'm gonna have him tell this story. So he could tell it better because I know a little bit of it. But what they did was they sent one of these Mongols at him, but he didn't look like a biker. They didn't send him looking like a biker. They sent somebody just to buddy up to him to see what the fuck was going on there. And before you know it, like he's getting high with the dude and chilling with the dude. And dude pulls him over one day. They're sitting in the house and he tells him, listen, bro, turns out this dude was a Mongol. It took him a couple weeks. The dude was smart. And it took him a couple weeks to get in there. He's like, I was supposed to fuck you off a long time ago. He's like, but you're cool as fuck. Because the homie is. He's cool as fuck. It's the homeboy who's, it's my homeboy who I what you called his, I did his, I'm going to pull it up. I don't know why I can't say it right now. I'm at a loss for words right now. I'm just going to pull the fucking video up and show you guys the video. We'll just make it super easy. Share the damn screen. Hold on. And this is my homeboy who thought it was. But he just being a cool fucking dude was the only thing that really saved his ass, is because they sent this dude at him to fuck him off. And whenever dude got there and ended up realizing like this dude's cool as fuck, and they just told him, they're like, dude, you got to cover that like now, like you can't have that on you. And he covered it up whenever they explained to him what it actually meant and everything. He covered it up, and he was like, oh fuck, he was like, I didn't know. It was funny, dog. This fool, I couldn't believe it, dog. I got out of prison. This fool's got a huge 1%er patch on his neck. I was like, what are you doing, dog? Let's see. And you're gonna see he's all struck up now, and he ended up getting it. I forget. That's what it was too. He was thinking this. Okay, this fool had 2 patterns that he was thinking about using. One of them was the Denver Police Department's badge, and it has the black stripe on it, where it means officer down. That it means like an officer's dead, right? So he had 2 patterns. He had the pattern that was the officer down, and then he had the 1%er patch. And for some reason or another, that the 1%er patch was the better idea. That the 1%er patch was a better idea. Let's see if we can see much of this 1%er patch if it's left. Okay, there we can even kind of see his neck. Hold on. Let me pull this up. He thought it was a good idea. Like I said, just being a cool dude is the only thing that saved him. Okay, right there. Can you guys see that? Bam. You guys should be able to see that. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, so let's see. Right under his jawline, right there, there's, I don't know what the hell's there now. I think it says Denver, some shit like that. He got a big old Denver over it. But if I remember right, on the left side of his neck, that's where it was a huge 1%er patch right there. Yeah, you can't see it at all anymore. But yeah, the Mongols made him cover that shit up. But he really didn't know. He didn't know any better. My homie had never been to prison. He'd never been to prison. He'd been hustling since he was a kid. And in his world, he was the boss. He's pushing a bunch of work, and he's, you know what I mean? He's the boss of everything that he understands. You know what I mean? So in his world, he could do whatever the fuck he wanted. And he was a young kid, and it ended up, like I said, luckily he didn't actually get fucked up over it at all. Just because on the strength of just being a cool dude, because they liked him. Whenever they showed up to fuck him off, they actually liked him. What's the dominant MC? Okay, now, hold on. Where's my drink? I'm starting to get a little cotton mouth in this bitch. Here's the question, right? Bam. You remember that interview? Yeah. Yeah, a big whatchamacallit under his eye. Hey, you know, and I've seen people who are non-affiliated completely show up with clovers on them and be like, fuck you, homie, you're not gonna, I don't gotta cover shit. You're not telling me what the fuck I can have on my body. Fuck you. And stand on it. And I've seen people with clovers and swazis and patches on them show up and pay rent to black people. It's fucking wild. It's wild. I couldn't believe it. Hey, Puff. This fool had an AB patch on. And the dude he was paying rent to was, that fool's out of his fucking mind. I'll give him that, but it don't matter. I don't know what this dude was thinking. I was like, dude, you got to get the fuck out of my cell. I don't know if he was a real AB. I don't know. They called him Onion. That's all they called him. They called him Onion. And my back was messed up really bad, and I could barely walk at the time. So I was in a unit that was, we would say sensitive needs, but that's not what we call it. That we don't have PC out here. There's no PC. There's no sensitive needs yard. I was sensitive needs because I was having medical issues. That's what we call sensitive needs out here. So I just so to be clear about how you use that word. We don't have SNY yards. We have sensitive needs units, And they can be full of offenders, or it could just be people who. I was also in those pods whenever I was in the gang program, because they need to watch that pod 24 hours a day. That's why it's a sensitive needs pod. There's medical issues and people need to watch it 24 hours a day. Not because anybody's checked in, but it could be because they're checked in. You see, so it's a weird situation. So you end up around questionable people, and I'm over there because of medical reasons. I can't really, I couldn't have defended myself if I wanted to. And so they put me in the pod, or they put me in the cell, and I'm just in there laid up all day. And they move this dude in my cell, and we do the rundown. Hey, who are you? You know what I mean? What are you doing? What is this? What you fucking in here for? Where's your paperwork? The normal rundown. We're at a level 4. This is a level 4 yard in Lyman, Colorado. And I says, what's the deal? And I forget what he was in there for, something stupid. Nothing serious, like a dope case or something like that. And I forget. I don't remember how I found out. But the black homie told me, what the fuck was that black dude's name? He had the hugest scar you'd ever seen in your life. It looked like he got his whole, like somebody hit him with the meanest right cross ever and just tore his fucking eye socket out. Like it looked like there was just a sunburst right here. Like something had exploded on the side of his fucking face. He was Trainiac? I think they call that fool Trainiac. That fool was nuts. He was a fucking gangster. I'll give him that. He was cooler than shit, man. I liked him. But even the Crips would give that fool give him his berth. You know what I mean? They give him his room. This fool was fucking nuts, dude. And I don't know why or exactly how it happened, but Trainiac, I shouldn't say that that's his name because I don't remember if that's his fucking name, but I think that's his name. I could be wrong on that though. But this fool was nuts. He was a Crip and he was fucking nuts. Even the Crips knew it. And he was charging, he told me in a roundabout way because he knew who I was. And he knew I was political. And he knew they had moved that dude in my cell. And he said it in some sort of weird about way, basically told me like, I'm charging that dude rent, is what he told me. I'm charging that dude rent. And I was like, I realized what he was saying. I was like, what? I was like, for real? He was like, yeah, homie's got to pay. Da, da, da. And it's not my business to ask. I don't give a fuck why. I just now know that he's got to get the fuck out of my cell. And he had a patch on him. He had an AB patch on him. I couldn't, it fucking blew me away because the ones that I've met were dangerous individuals, very, very dangerous, physically dangerous. You know what I mean? Physically intimidating. And this dude he was a smaller dude, but he was in good shape. He wasn't tiny. He wasn't so small he couldn't defend himself. He was big enough. He was big. I mean, all you gotta do is be big enough to do damage. That's it. You know, if you're big enough to swing a knife, really. I don't know what that dude's problem was, but I told him, hey, homie, you can't. I said, I don't know what you got going with them black dudes, homie, but we don't do that here. I was like, you got to move, homie. Like, ASAP. Now. You know, you can't be, I don't know what you paying these black dudes for. What the fuck that's it. Good luck with that, though. Whatever you got going on, good luck with that. Not in my house, sir. The gay lords. That is a gang, too. That's funny. Okay, my bad. Irony asked the question. You're right. Okay, so here's what I know about the MCs in Colorado. At one time, the Sons of Silence were the dominant club that I saw moving around the state. They have a large presence on the I-25 corridor, which is what I live on. It's just right out here, right? And well, actually, no, it's that way that we're here, but it's basically right here. Okay, all this stretch, and this stretches all the way to New Mexico. This highway goes all the way to New Mexico, and it goes all the way up to Wyoming. And all along that stretch, from what I saw, now I don't know anything about any inner workings. I'm talking about power, as in like the ability to project power, make money, have a presence in the streets. It was the Sons of Silence. That's who I saw. Those are the bikers I dealt with whenever I did. I didn't deal with a lot of them. That's now the red and white are out here. The Mongols are out here. The chosen few are out here. The gringos are out here. The ones I just did the wedding for. I should know what the hell their name is. I just did the damn... Is it the gringos? It might be the gringos. I think I just did a wedding for the gringos. There's the what-you-calls too. There's the sober ones out here. What's the ones that are all about being sober? Sober souls. There's sober souls. They're out here. They're thick out here. Because there's the what-you-call that I went to was run by bikers. The rehab I went to was founded by a bunch of bikers, Vietnam vets, who wanted to sober up. And so they started this place called Pier 1. And they got it funded. And it was around for about 50 years. They just closed their doors about a month ago. And it was founded by a bunch of veterans and bikers. And they pulled more people with life sentences out of prison than any other institution I've ever seen. Thousands of people that were never supposed to get out of prison. They went in there and got them out. And there's people now serving life sentences on the street because of fucking Pier 1 and because of those bikers. It's unfortunate. It was a very it's what I did. I went through 4 years of this shit, and it does a number on you. It does a number on your head, and you have to learn how to cope with the world on the world's terms, not how you want it to be. You know what I mean? The realization that the world isn't what you want it to be. It is what it is. And you know what I mean? You got to wrap yourself around that. It doesn't have to fucking wrap itself around you to be cohesive. Didn't I have one? Maybe. Could you see it? I got it removed. Hold on. Let me see if you can see it. You still see it? Oh. I puffed that whole thing, mommy. I'm pretty blazed. I'm feeling good. Where's my fentanyl? Hold on. Jack, you ate all the fentanyl. Still, this thing is, I'm telling you, it's falling apart in my fucking mouth. It's fire, though. The sweet is good. You've been smoking that fucking Gorilla Glue. That Gorilla Glue. I can get getting cotton mouth like a motherfucker. And it's getting hard to talk. That's how bad it is. Hold on, let me turn on some music, and I'm going to go get a drink. Intermission. Take a piss. If you guys need to take a piss, go take a pee. Take a smoke break. Hold on. Let me put on some music. Hold up. Good? You good, boy? You want some water? Hold on. Hold on, boys. Easy, baby, right one. It's real bass. He is just the best. Puff, Puff. What up, Puffy? Anybody want to come up? Come up. Puffy, whoever. Bullshit. I ain't got no. I do feel like that's my one topic. It's like this is human trafficking. Homie, they're basically what they're doing. I don't know what they think. Like, what is this? When does it become human trafficking? If everything that you do encourages human trafficking, right? Like, you can't goad people. You get in trouble. If I come on the internet and goad people all day, like, look at the Dub situation, right? You know, like, that's what happened, is what happened. They found out that this dude came from out of state, that Yahweh came from out of state to fuck with this fool, and they're like, well, clearly you're in the wrong. Hold on, I'm scratching my back. And they're like, clearly you're in the wrong, so you're going to jail because you came from out of state. And then they went and looked at all Dub shit, and they're like, dude, you fucking invited him here, you asshole. So they went and arrested him too, right? Same type of thing. You can't, you can't sit there and encourage somebody to do something and then be mad whenever, you know what I mean? And then act like, oh, well, we don't know what to do about all these migrants. You're fucking letting them in. You fucking tool. You're letting them in here. You're letting them in. You're not, like, Trump had reversed course on the situation, had them moving. They're like, no. Remember whenever they started flooding whenever Trump was president, they started flooding the place. Is the music still on? I forget if the music's still on. It might be good anyway. Fuck it if it is. Let's see if it is. Let's turn it on. Let's do this to some music. Yeah, feeding the ducks, huh? All right. So Trump's around. He says, no. You guys can't be doing this. You know, he starts putting his foot on the neck of the Mexican president. Now, the news media made it be something else. They said, oh, he's threatening him and da-da-da-da-da, and they turn it into something crazy, and they say, oh, Mexico's going to pay for the wall, and then they play it on a loop. Mexico, who's going to pay for the wall? Mexico. In reality, Trump put the boots to this fool and said, you guys are going to pay this shit, or we're going to start putting the screws to you. We're going to start putting 20% tariffs on fucking avocados. And let's see what your economy does then. If we fucking start, and that fucks everybody. That fucks the economy itself, and it fucks the cartels, because the cartels are the ones that are controlling the avocados too, right? They're the ones making money off of it. So we're gonna tax all that. We'll just tax all that and make it so we'll make your best cash crop too expensive to sell here in the United States. So it's $8 an avocado, $9 an avocado, so people won't buy it, right? And they said, oh, okay, well, we'll do something about all those immigrants. Oh, go figure, we know how to control the immigrants again, right? And then the immigrants stopped coming. This is where we were whenever Biden got into office. How long has that been? Is this the 4th year? Jesus Christ, it's almost over. Please vote this guy out. I don't even care who you vote for. Please just don't vote for this guy. Vote for anybody else. Another Democrat. Anybody other than fucking this. Jesus. I don't know. There's Venezuelans all over my city. I don't know about your guys' city. There's fucking Venezuelans all over the place with signs. Trying to clean your windows and shit. That's what you get now whenever you go to the store. There's a Venezuelan with a squeegee and some towels. Trying to clean your window. You guys see him? Does anybody else see him? Or is that just a Denver thing? What about the crown royal apple? It's like it's blessed from God looking. I can hear it in there. What if I opened this and it was half full? And the fool got me. What if the smoker got me? It wasn't a smoker. It's my homeboy Ruben. He's not a smoker. That would be funny though if I opened this up and it was half empty. It was like half water. Something stupid. Shout out to the homie Ruby Red from Body West High Familia. Good looking. My homie came through, Ruby Red. It ain't even half water. My homie good looking. That's a good looking bottle, isn't it? Shout out to the homie from the dub. Where were you? Oh yeah. Oh me? Homie, you know what though? Here's the thing. I had to look at this dirt and I had to think about, you know, like if your YouTube channel is based around video editing, really good videos, right? Compelling stories, right? Think of Dateline, think of 2020, right? Things like this, where it's just this epic story, highly edited, fucking dramatic, professional actors, professional editing. The people are there for the video editing. Now, there may be Leslie Stahl might be hosting the damn place. She's 100 years old, and not all that entertaining in any way. They're not there for Leslie Stahl. They're there for the video editing. They're there for the technical expertise that is shown, that is the video that's put in front of them. And then at the extreme other end of the dynamic, you have people who come on here and bring their personal lives. And they bring their personal life and they say, this is my personal life. And they try to connect with as many people as possible and hope that those people will look out for them in the form of like donations. This is another way people get paid, right? And so there's two extreme ends of the situation here of how people go about this. And one of them is highly technical. It only has to do with technical expertise. And the other one has something to do with building an emotional tie to your audience. And if that's what you do and you neglect your audience, good luck, right? I mean, if they're here just for your videos, that's a different story. But if they're here for a connection and a nightly, hey, what's going on, guys? Da, 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 and then you stop showing up, it's like you stop showing up to the hood, huh? You know what I mean? So now we're supposed to show up whenever you want to chill, right? Just something I think about, you know? How do we? I mean, because there's I made more money. I've had more money donated to me from my friends than I ever got out of views, right? Because my friends like me, not because I create amazing videos. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, right? That's gonna stop. I'm doing nothing but amazing videos from here on out. I'm done with the bullshit. We're going highly edited and we're going fucking documentary style. Everything. We're going fucking balls out. I'm like super fucking stoked. I've got the free time I need. I've got, oh shit, check it out. I got more shit. Homie, I got a tennis bracelet. Hold up. Damn. No, but fuck that tennis bracelet. I got this right here. So this right here is the Blink, the Ceremonic Blink 500. You guys can't see it because it's white, so it's hard to see because it's glaring. But what this does is you take that little chingalera right there and you slam it into the bottom of your iPad, right? And whenever you do that, these guys right here magically work. These little microphones right here, wireless bitches. So you strap that guy right there, and then you set your iPad up on a tripod, 30, 40 feet away, and then me and Conrad could be on the other side of the yard having a conversation, and this is up to like 300 yards, right? So I've been waiting on this little guy. This little guy is $80. That little adapter by himself is $80. But I'm fucking stoked. And then I got a new flash for the camera, and I got a new set of batteries and chargers for my camera. And I'm super happy about that. I'm ready to go, dude. I'm ready to go. This is about to... I kind of want to cry, dude. I cried the other day. That's how happy I am, dog. I'm fucking stoked. Yeah, well, I got you, Wanda. I got you. Hold on. I got a bunch of shit. I bought like 10 bottles. I got, I don't even drink, but I know a good deal when I see one. And the homie said, half price, you can take all these bottles. I'll do that every time. I ain't no dummy. Every fucking time. I'm sorry you're sick, my homie. I thought Rick might pop in. I don't know. He must be busy. Yeah, I got, what did I get? I got these 3 flavors. I got 2 bottles of 1800. A Tuaca. I got a bottle of Tuaca. Rum chata. I got a bottle of rum chata. Tequila Rose. There's a bottle of Tequila Rose. And something else. Hold on. Oh, one more. Let me see. I got them up here myself. No, that was it. That was it. Tuaca, rum chata, tequila rose, 2 of these. I'm gonna use these as bookends. I just think these are dope ass bookends. I'm just gonna put them at the, you know what I mean, at the end of the shelves. Just keep them full like that. So I got 2 of these, 3 bottles of Crown Royal, a bottle of Tuaca, a bottle of rum chata, and a bottle of tequila rose for $100. You can't pass that up, right? Who could pass that up? All right, hold on. I got a tennis bracelet too, but it doesn't fit me. It's got 13 diamonds in it. It's fucking dope. I'm gonna sell it though. It doesn't, and I wouldn't wear it anyway. I'd end up breaking it. I'd be moving too. I'm kind of a jittery motherfucker. I can't pass up a deal. It's not that I can't pass up a deal. It's just that like I could. But why? It's like, if you know you could sell something in the future, like it's a guaranteed fucking sale. All you gotta do is just hold it for a little while and just sit on it. Like one of these, I paid $20 for those bottles of Crown. I'll sell them for 30, easy. I might have to wait a month or something like that until somebody wants one. I'll sell them for 30 for sure. Like that's a guaranteed win in my book. Yeah, all you got to do is babysit it. That's all I got to do is babysit the thing until I can find somebody to buy it, basically. It's a guaranteed sale, right? And they look good in the process. Bam, you throw that bitch on the shelf, it look good in the process. It's like seasonal, you know what I mean? Yeah. Chata. How you doing, Bubba? Oh, you're a sweetheart. Okay. Someone's feeling lonely tonight, huh? You want to see the people? Want to see them? Maybe. Okay. Your head's as big as mine, dude. Jesus. Look at that thing. You're supposed to be a small dog. Look at this fool's dome. They're lucky he's not 90 pounds. If this fool was 90, 100 pounds, motherfuckers be in bad shape. Other dogs would be in bad shape. This fool goes at dogs that are like 60, 70 pounds already. He goes at them. If he was actually, and he's 40, if he was like 60, 70 pounds, this would be tearing him up. Who's a good boy. And this is how he acts towards me. He comes over and he's all sweet and he like snuggles with me, and then like if somebody shows up at the door, that fool just be crazy. Oh. You need a bath, sir. You stink. You're pretty musty. To be honest. Yeah. Well, it's like, I don't know. It's just something I always kind of like. Ever since I was young, I was taught that like money. Some people see money as something to be spent. That's all it is to them. They'll be like, okay, well, I got like a $1,500 check coming in, you know, and I gotta pay the rent, and that's $800, and then I gotta pay my car note, and that's $300, and then I gotta pay this and this, and then I'll have like $400 left or whatever. And then they'll say, I got $400 left to make it until the next paycheck, right? And that's how a lot of people are. That's how a lot of people are taught. That's how a lot of people think. And that's how my mother was. You know what I mean? I can remember her saying those words. I only got, you know, $300 till the end of the next, you know, till I get paid again. And that's how she thought. And I was taught that that's wrong. That if you've got, say, $350 left at the end of the paycheck, it's that money should now be used to try to make more money. And so you should have more by the next paycheck. You need to find a way to have more than 400. So that the next time the paycheck comes around, you can add the next 400 to what you've already got. Like money is a vehicle to make more money. That's how I was taught. As soon as I got to Denver, they never taught me this in California. California, the people around me were not great influences. And the ones that weren't very nice. Like my grandmother wasn't very nice. My grandfather, and they weren't happy with my hoodlum shit anyway. So they just weren't very nice to me. So I'm like, fuck you people. And I was a hoodlum, but I'm a nice dude. I was a nice kid. You know what I mean? I wasn't a dick. And they were just fucking asses to me. So I didn't want to hang around. And like the people I did want to hang around with, they weren't good influences as far as money was concerned. And whenever I got out here to Denver, hey homie, everything was about making money, dog. We gotta live. We gotta. How can we double that or triple that or you know? And when do we get paid again? Not so we can go blow some money, but so we could take that extra money in the next one. And then if we got paid, and how many days is it till the rent? We got 9 days till rent, homie. I could flip this, guaranteed. I just got paid for 700. I just got 700. We could easily turn this into 10 or 12 by payday, or by rent due. You know what I mean? And that's just how I've always seen it. And what it is, it's these little things like the little things like this right here. But you multiply it out, and you keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. So then eventually, I'm selling, you know. I'm doing something like this 5 or 6 times a week, hopefully, right? Because whenever you do things, so now the dude that I just bought all his liquor, right? I bought everything he had, $100. So now, who do you think he's gonna call the next time he got some liquor, right? So hopefully I've now built a system that will begin to feed positively back to me. Right? And then whenever I give somebody a good deal on these, whenever they need to go to a party and they need some liquor, and I give them a good deal, well, then that builds up in their minds. They're coming back too, right? So in theory, that's a system that all I have to do is babysit the liquor and wait. And eventually this system will create a positive feedback loop and just start feeding shit. It'll start feeding me money. It'll be a steady stream of money. And if you can build 7 or 8 of those, it doesn't have to all be liquor. if you can build 7 or 8 or 10 or 12 streams where all you're doing is just babysitting things. This is beautiful. Beautiful. What do they call it? Passive income or whatever? Exactly. Bigfoot, where you at? I know you're out there. Can we do it next week? I don't get until 8. That's another thing. We're selling sports cards. It turns out, see, I had already been thinking about selling sports cards, and it turns out Rick loves sports cards and had a whole bunch of them too, had a whole collection too. And I said, hey, how about we sell some of these? And he said, that's a great idea. And so that's what we've been doing. So I got like 16 hits on this thing. I think I posted it too cheap because I posted it for 150 and I've got like 24 messages or something like that within like 24-hour period. But then Rick, I was like, fuck that, take it down. And then Rick tried to post it for 200. It didn't work for nothing. I don't know. We're still feeling it out. I don't want to give away the farm. You know what I mean? I know I'm itchy as shit right now. I'm dry. What, Jack? What? But I don't know. It's just the city's so expensive, man. It's so it's so bad here. It's like it's normal here. Normal people here have 2 jobs, basically. It's like normal here just to have a side gig. You basically, most adults here have a job and a side gig. That's how fucking expensive it is. It's just out of line. And you're right, Wanda. And you're right. And you got to be careful. Right? I'm telling you. Over the last couple weeks, dude, it's been something else. Rick trying to acclimate here. Poor Rick got taken advantage of. I'm not going to go into it too much because I told everybody I wouldn't. And it wasn't his fault. Nothing he did wrong. And poor Rick got robbed. We'll just leave it that way. By not one of my friends, but someone I know that I care for. But I couldn't help them. I couldn't help their presence being around. And yeah, Rick got robbed. Not at gunpoint or nothing like that. Not at pew pew point. Not like that. He got burgled. We'll put it that way. But it's all taken care of now. It is. It's easy to slip back into the lifestyle. It's easy to, right away jump just because if you know how to do something, if you know a roadmap, like if you think whatever your trade is, let's say you're an electrician or whatever, and then what if they said, no more electrician for you. You don't get to make money no more as an electrician. Go find a job, but no more electrician. Go make some money. What are you going to do? You're going to go, get a job washing dishes or something. What do you mean? I'm a fucking electrician, right? That's what I do. That's what I've always done. So then they say, oh, no, don't deal drugs no more. Well, this fucking dish job kind of pays like shit. I don't know about this washing dishes shit. I mean, what up, Mile High? Salute, Muhammad. No fuck. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you. People are wild, homie. People are wild. Mile High Madness. Good to see you, Muhammad. We got the tequila 1800, the Blanco. Oh, that stuff is so gross, man. You ever had exoskeleton? The one with the, so check this out, right? One of my homeboys, Maddie, had a job delivering high-end liquor, right? And this is, whenever I first got out of prison, first time I got out of prison, I get out and they say, is there any of the homies on the streets? I make some contacts. I said, who are the homies on the streets? They said, well, here's a list of names. Here's the dudes who are active on the street. So I started calling people, and this dude pulls up in this yellow fucking Ryder truck, right? Penske. It was a Penske truck, not a Ryder truck. Pulls up in this big ass yellow Penske truck. Big old box truck. I said, what the fuck? What's this? It looks like some Arab fool. And he comes cruising up and he pulls up, he goes, are you Big Permski? I said, what? He goes, Big Permski, I'm looking for Big Permski. And they didn't tell me this fool's a clown. The motherfucker's a clown, right? So, turns out this is one of the homies, right? And he's a scam artist. The homie's a scam artist, completely. He's from LPP. He has one tattoo on his body. He's got LPP here on his stomach. The reason why is because he's a professional scam artist. He doesn't have no tattoos anywhere. He's extremely middle of the road looking. You can't tell if he's Arab or Italian or fucking Mexican or exactly what he is. But he's good looking. He's a good looking dude, but you can't really pin down what the fuck he is. He's got a big schnoz. And he can just talk, you know. He's just great at talking and very likable, but a horrible scam artist, just a horrible dirtbag. And they called him the virus. The homies call him the virus because he just looks so innocuous, right? He had talked his way into this job because they looked at him and figured, well, there's no way this dude's a criminal. And he just put down that he had never been a convicted felon. He's got like 9 felonies or something like that. Older number, much older than mine. And he had been going to prison for years. And he just tells him, no, never been convicted of a crime. And they don't even think to run a background check. And this fucking dude would get these jobs and he would just run these jobs into the ground, right? So he's got a job driving this Penske truck around town and it's full of liquor and all kinds of high-end liquor. $100 bottles of like vodka. There'd be a whole case, you know, like 20 bottles or something like that of $100 vodka. Silver, what is it called? Silver Tree or Silver Lake or some shit like that. Very good, very smooth vodka. And we had something called Exoskeleton. And Exoskeleton was tequila that had the scorpion floating around in it. It didn't have a worm, it had a scorpion. And I tried to take a shot of that shit. And it was absolutely disgusting. I couldn't even keep one shot down. It was so harsh and tasted so bad and it was so fucking gross that I couldn't even keep it down. But there was several bottles that were amazing, right? And some of this vodka, like whenever you taste high-end vodka, like a $300 bottle of vodka, it's very good. It's very smooth. It doesn't burn. It's nice. Glamis, I see you. What up? Good looking. Yeah, good looking. Smooth liquor, exactly. Smooth liquor, high-end liquor, smooth. I didn't know that. I'm poor. I'm from the hood. We get whatever we can steal from Safeway and shit. I ain't never had no good liquor. There's literally, I was like 26 at the time. I had never had good liquor before. And so I'm over here sipping. I'm having a great time, right? Well, the homie likes to get high. So I'm trading him dope for, you know, bottles. Like, here, give me a couple bottles here, a couple bottles there. Okay, cool. Well, as the went on, as time went on, his habit began to grow. And having a friend like me who had an endless supply of crack cocaine that was really good, that he liked, was a bad dynamic. And I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know. You know what I mean? I deal to whoever. If you want it, I'll deal it to you. I don't care. And the homie, he went off the deep end, right? And began, at first, he just started running the company credit card, the gas card. He started running that, for cigarettes. He'd go fill up and throw an extra, three cartons of cigarettes on there, you know what I mean? And this is whenever cartons were like $40 or something like that, $45 a carton, something. And he'd grab an extra 2 or 3 of them every time he'd fill up, right? He started doing that because I'll take cigarettes. Cigarettes are good money. I don't smoke, but I'll sell them bitches. And so he started doing that, and then he started doing more of them. And then he started saying, okay, well, you guys want some gas? I said, yeah. He goes, half price gas. Homie, meet me down there. So we'd get 2 or 3 of the homies together, and we'd all pull our whips down to the gas station, and then we start pumping. And then one person would go up, get their shit, and pull off, and the next person pull right in. We just do it like that. And he is already like, he's like, fuck it, homie, the job's burnt. He's like, it's only a matter of time now before they catch me. So we might as well burn this bitch. Let's just run it, right? So we're just filling up gas, having the homies show up down there. You know what I mean? If you want gas, come on, half price. Whatever you pump, you pay half for it. So he keeps doing that. Then one day he comes by, he says, how much you gonna give me for one of these cases of liquor? I said, a case? I said, how many bottles? There were like 16 bottles in it or something like that. 12 bottles maybe. And I said, I'll give you an 8 ball. 8 ball is about $150. And he goes, okay, cool. So we come down, and then I said, you really just gonna start selling cases of this shit or what? And he turned around and he looked at all of it. There was about 7 or 8 cases of liquor left, and he goes, how about you just take it off? I was like, what? He goes, you want to just take it off? I said, how much? He goes, give me another 1/4 ounce and just take it off. He goes, I'll just tell him the truck got stolen. Right? So I get his fool 3 8 balls all together for like the 10 cases of liquor on the back of his truck. And he reports that the truck got stolen, right? So he parks the truck, leaves it, tells him that the shit got stolen. They find the truck. He doesn't go back for it. He figures he's going to give it a couple days, and then if they can't find it, he'll say he found it. But they find it within a couple days. But whenever they find it, it's been tagged up all over it. So now it's got all this fucking graffiti on it, and people are like, they fucked this truck up, right? And I forget how, but he ends up spinning some fucking story about how he thinks like some youngsters ran up the credit cards or some other shit. They didn't charge him. They ended up not charging him. All they did was fire him. I couldn't believe it. And he had done thousands and thousands of dollars worth of fraud to this company, and they did not fire him. It blew me away. They did fire him, excuse me. They didn't charge him. I couldn't believe they didn't charge him. I have a feeling it has something to do with the fact that they never ran a fucking background check. Right? It's kind of their fault, right? All this could have been prevented with a background check. But this dude is so slick. No tattoos. Very charming. Good looking dude. Right? And you didn't run a background check because, I don't know, you just didn't think it was necessary because he's a good looking dude with a nice smile. He talks well. And that one cost him some money. The homie, they call him the virus, dog. Hey, I swear to God, I could tell a story. This fool's still working. I'll tell you like that. He's still working. Still doing his thing. I used to keep, whatever the homeboy was dealing with at the time, I would have like a freezer full of that shit. He was working at a butcher shop for the time. Like a butcher, not a butcher shop, like a meat warehouse. He was working at a meat warehouse. Timmy, I see you. Hey, homie, you better believe that this bit, man, I should call that fool. He's working at a meat packing plant right now. I bet you I could get some steaks if I called him. I bet you anything. The homie. You know what I mean? What are those little things? Oh, beer? Let's see. Yeah, they messed up. He had a gang of felonies. They would have been very easy to find, and they just never looked. And he just, my homie's something else, dog. That's all I can say. I've met some fucking people in the world that are scumbags, and this dude is one of the coolest fucking scumbags you'd ever meet, dog. He's just fucking cool. That's the only thing that keeps this dude from being dead already. Is like I've beat him up a couple times. He left my fucking... Okay, I'll tell you how you get beat up. You want to know how you get violated? He calls my girl and he says, "You want to buy some food stamps?" She said, "Yeah." I went, "Fuck yeah, I want to buy some food stamps." Hell yeah. He goes, "Meet me at King Supers. I got the card right now. I'll meet you down there. I'll give you the card. Give me the money. You can go shopping whenever you're done. Call me and I'll meet you up and you can give me the card back." Cool. He goes, "Let me know what you spend. If you spend over, that's fine. Just give me more money, whatever." Okay, cool. So my lady gets down there and she gets to shopping. She gave this fool $150 for 300 fooders, right? So she's shopping. She got the 2 baskets. Back then, you could get 2 baskets for $300, right? This is a lot of groceries. So she's pushing. She got the 2 baskets. She get all the way up there. They all them shits. They try all of, or they check them all out. It's $300 and some odd. Go to run the EBT card, and there ain't shit on that motherfucker. There ain't no money on this fucking card. So my lady calls me out of her fucking mind, pissed, because this fool just made her look like a fucking idiot at the store, right? So now what do I do? Right? I mean, he's a homie. I love him to death. He's cool as fuck, you know, but he just ripped your lady off. So now I'm a bitch if I don't do nothing. I gotta do something to you. So I said, fuck, man. So I told the homie Twisted, I was like, "Let's go, fool. We gotta go see this fool." He was like, "Who?" I was like, "Matt's dumbass." So we go over there, and I knew he knew. He was sitting on the couch as soon as I walked in, and he looked up, and I said, "Are you ready?" And he said, "What's up, bro?" And I fucking cracked him, dog. Fucked this fool up in the front room. Let his ass have it. I gave it to him probably, like, me and Twisted gave it to him for like maybe 30 seconds or something like that. And his brother was there, though. His brother, and I loved his little brother. His little brother's name was AJ. Now he's a big dude. Shout out to the homie AJ. That's my motherfucker. But he jumped in. He was like, "Get off my brother." He was down for his brother, though. Even though his brother's my homeboy, but his brother's a fucking scumbag. He knew. He knows. You know what I mean? He knows. But I had to, homie. What am I going to do? You can't do that to my fucking girlfriend. It's, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't leave me any... And he knew. And see, that type of thing's happened a couple times, right? It's happened a couple times. I forget what the other one was, too. He did something, homie. And I was like, "Really, dog?" We were in the bathroom. I was like, "Really?" And he just smiled at me. And as soon as he smiled at me, I gave him a mean-ass fucking gut shot. And he ate that one. He had to eat that one for a while. That took him a little while. He was in the bathroom for about 15 minutes getting his composure. I gave him, that was a call. He didn't see it coming, honestly. I gave him like one of the best gut shots I could give him, and he didn't see it coming. But he didn't know it was coming whenever I gave it to him. I caught it good. That fool was folded. I forget what it was. He did something foul. I feel like selling fake dope. But he never sold me dope. I didn't buy any dope from him. But I feel like maybe he sold my girl fake dope. Because I wouldn't be buying dope from him. That wouldn't make any sense. He was always buying. He would have been buying it from me. I don't know what the fuck, but I feel like it has something to do with fake dope, dog. And I was like, really, homie, really? And he just smiled at motherfucker. You think that shit's funny? Timmy, what up? Shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to the homies, man. To the real ones. I'm gonna be on here a bunch more. Timmy, I'm coming for you, Timmy. I'm coming for you at FedEx, homie. Bare knuckle beast, homie. The BKB, homie, bare knuckle beast, FedEx edition. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Wanda, someone's getting fucked up. But what would you do? You have to. Like, he didn't leave me no choice. And he knew. He never was mad about it. That's what I'm saying, though. That's how cool this fool is. He's like that cool that it's like, homie, why are you making me beat you up? Huh? I don't want to do this. You know what I mean? You're still my homie, but why? I don't understand why you're doing this. Try to make that community post tonight. Anyway, well, nobody wants to talk to me tonight, but I thank you all for tapping in. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Good looking. I'm gonna try to get Rick on too. Rick feels all self-conscious because of his weight. I could tell. The poor homie. I be feeding his ass so, but his body don't like nutrition no more. I guess that shit sucks. I had back then that my lady too that I'm talking about had the same shit. She had Crohn's disease, so I actually know a lot about that disease. It's a weird fucking disease, dude. It sucks, and hers was a lot of the same way, and it did a lot of fucked up shit to her. It aged her very prematurely. Like, it was weird because she was older than me, and I didn't care. She was 34. She was 34, and I was 26, and she was hot. But over the next 3 years, I pretty much stayed the same, and she aged like a decade. Whenever that Crohn's really started kicking in and really started getting at her, it just tore her apart. It was like, oh my God, I felt bad. It didn't help though that she was doing cocaine. She was doing a bunch of cocaine. You know, that shit don't help. And then she got this flesh-eating bacteria. That shit was weird. It had to be from the cocaine. She got it's called strep A flesh-eating bacteria is what it's called. And it ate 3 holes in her arm over the course of an 8-hour period. One of them was big as a quarter. And the doctor said if she went to sleep, she would have died. That's how bad it was. And they said this bacteria only exists in South America. They said, have you been to South America at all? She was like, no. She was doing a bunch of cocaine, though. We were getting a bunch of bricks. We were getting bricks straight from South America. But poor girl. She had these huge holes in her hand. It was fucking crazy. It was like you're just sitting there chilling, and then all of a sudden it's like, what the fuck? And just over the course of hours. You say it's from dirty dope. It could be. I don't know. It was cocaine. The cocaine was very good. Very good. But it had some sort of South American bacteria in it that fucked her up. And then it seemed to activate with the Crohn's, or it inflamed the Crohn's, is what it seemed like it did. And then whenever it inflamed the Crohn's, that got worse, and it all just kind of started accelerating, and it really aged her very quickly. It sucked. I'd have preferred me, you know what I mean, to age me. I had I had been preserved. I'd been in prison since I was 18. You know, I would have preferred that I got the shit that was making, but she was just, it was sad, man. It sucked. She fell apart in front of me over the course of a couple of years. It did. It sucked. I still talk to her. I love her to death. She's a good person. Good people. She and it was sucked, man, because she got whenever me and her, we both went back to jail, and then she got out, And she was like, I'm gonna try to make it work with my ex-husband. And I was like, go for it, man, do your thing. And she went and got with her ex-husband, and they got it together, and then had a kid. They got together, they got married, they had a kid, and we're doing great. Like, everything was fantastic. They were living their lives, having a great time. And this fool got hurt at work. R.I.P. to the homie Jerry, man. He got hurt at work. They put him on some Percocet, and he had a bad reaction to the Percocet and went to sleep and never woke up. So, like, this woman had completely changed her life, homie. She had changed her life. She had cleaned it up. Both of them had cleaned it up, gotten married. He was working construction, doing their thing. They had a whole life and a kid and everything, homie. And then fate just came back and just fucking sucker punched her, homie. And it was like, fuck, man. I felt bad, dog. That shit sucked. Imagine turning your whole life around and you got it all going, and like you got like some sort of white picket fence fucking something going, right? You know, it may not be perfect, right? But you got your little version of perfect going. And then after doing all these years in prison and da-da-da-da-da, and this fool dies in his sleep. It's like, are you fucking serious? That shit sucked. Yeah. Yeah, that shit sucked. I felt bad for her. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night, my friends. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. Good looking. And I'll probably be back tomorrow. I'm gonna be back on here a lot more. I gotta gang more time. So we about to do this fucking YouTube style. And I'm gonna start making a lot more videos too. I'm excited. I've freed up some time. So, thank you, my friends. Timmy, where you at? Give me a call, Timmy. Boom. Later, my friends. Salute. I appreciate you. Shout out to the channel members. Good luck. Later. Bam. Sometimes when people get clean, they're prescribed a pill and they have an allergic reaction. That is 100% true. And I don't really know if they know why. It just seems to fucking happen. And my understanding is that man had actually taken Percocets several times in his life and had never had a problem with it before. So go, what the fuck? Now he has an allergic reaction. It's like, wow, okay. So anyway, good night, my friends. Appreciate you. Later, Puffy.